Hi there. I want to talk to you about something today, that I've noticed on the shave forums. Let me adjust my camera real quick. I've noticed this on the shave forums, and I thought I would kind of mention my view of this kind of stuff. You see on shave forums all the time a guy will say, "Well, I sold all of my aggressive razors, and now I've got a couple of techs or whatever he considers a mild razor, a super speed, or something like that. And I'm more happy with them. I like mild razors. I don't like aggressive razors." Then I see people that make exactly the opposite post. I sold all my super speeds and my techs and all of that, uh, and I picked up, a Mercure or I picked up whatever the popular aggressive razor is, a Fatip or whatever you want to call it, the Cadet Open Combs or razors that are considered more aggressive, because I like an aggressive razor. The mild razors, they don't shave me as well, and so I like an aggressive razor. So I sold all my mild razors, and I think you're missing a lot if you do that. If you just stick to one type, whether it's an aggressive razor or a mild razor, you're missing so much. This is traditional wet shaving, and we talk all the time about how, our grandfathers shave, and we want to shave how our grandfathers shave. And, really, to be honest, we're not shaving like our grandfathers shaved. We're not. Our grandfathers had like one soap. They didn't really care what it smelled like or anything like that, because it was basically the only soap they could get. They had a one brush, and half the time it was a cheap Eveready Boar or something like that. And they had one razor and one blade, and that was it. Very few of us are shaving like that. We've got 15 different blades, and some of us got 50 or 60 razors, and uh, uh, brushes that cost $200 and $300, and so many shave soaps and shave sticks and shave creams that we had to build a room onto our house to store them all. So we're not shaving like they did. Sorry, I hate to burst your bubble, but we're not. What we're doing resembles in a very small way what they did, but we're not shaving like they are. They did, trust me. So, this idea of just one razor, well, I know guys, I'm a guitar player, that I know guys that always have one guitar, and I was like that for 15 years until I started playing a lot of different guitars. And I came to find out that that one guitar really limited what I was able to do. And if I ended up in a position where I had to grab another instrument, the neck was all wonky to me and I couldn't play the thing very well. Now that I play a huge different variety of instruments, I don't even notice the difference in a neck. I just play the guitar; it plays well, you know. So, but anyway, and I would liken that to what we're doing with sticking with one razor. I really think that we ought to expand our horizons. And the first thing I want to look at is there's a reason why I came to understand that, and it's because of these basically. Now, first of all, you have to understand this is my favorite way of shaving. I love a straight razor. There's nothing like a straight razor shave. And to me, this is a very mild razor. Everybody says, well, it's got that open blade and you cut yourself and nick yourself. Yeah, I cut myself and nick myself with this. But it's never because of the razor. It's always because I made a mistake. This is the smoothest feeling, the mildest feeling, the most wonderful feeling as far as a shave goes of anything that I've ever used. Uh, I consider it incredibly mild. If I could shave with one of these without nicks or cuts, uh, this is all I would ever use. But I get nicks and cuts all the time, and this is where we get into the differences and the necessity that I think that I have for different types of razors in my lineup. Because if I get a nick or a cut, from a more aggressive razor, and that's all I've got, then I've got to either, play around the wound, and I'm pointing to my chin because that's usually where I cut myself, or I've got to stop shaving for a while until it heals up. But if I take a milder razor, say this Schick Krona, lovely mild razor, just engineered so well that you play all kind of what, actually trying to cut yourself with this razor. The design is wonderful. Or maybe my Lady Gillette, or which sometimes I can't even feel the blade at all if I get just a little bit too much shave cream in this razor. Mild as all get out. Or like a Tech. I can take these razors when I've got a nick or a cut on my face, and I can shave my face. I can stay clean shaven and look presentable and let my face heal at the same time. I don't have to run around looking all scruffy and like I didn't wash my face or whatever. I can look nice and neat and clean shaven, shave very well with a very mild razor like this, and give my face time to heal. So, that's the purpose of a mild razor in my lineup. If my face is raw or irritated in any way from like an earlier shave or in any other way that might come up, one of these mild razors is a ticket. It takes care of it. I can get a wonderful, smooth, comfortable shave and not have to worry about opening up wounds or making them bigger or having any problems like that. But then, a daily shaver, if I go the DE route, would be something like this Lancome New. Because, this rides a good line between being a mild razor and an aggressive razor, and it gives a really good, comfortable shave, but it shaves closer, than one of my mild razors. So for an everyday kind of thing, the New is a wonderful razor. And if I had to pick one D right now of all of them that I have, this would be my favorite. It's the New. It's a good middle of the road. It does all things pretty well, in my estimation. But if I want to, if I want like more of a, if I'm not using my straight razor, because another reason I use all these other razors is because I have them, and it's a joy to use them all and use a different blade and a different razor and stuff like that. That's why I've got 5 straight razors, just to have something different and enjoy my shave. But if I'm looking to get a really close, smooth shave, then I would usually go for something like the Maggard MR6, which is a more aggressive. It's a bump up from all of those razors. And if I'm really in a hurry and I need a nice quick shave, but I need it to be close, the most aggressive razor I own is this Schick E3. I can take this razor and do 2 passes on this razor and get a shave that's every bit as close as any straight I've ever used. And I'm done. I'm out of the bathroom and gone to do whatever it is I need to do. So there's a purpose and a reason for all the different types of razors. And, we do this with brushes. We do this with soaps and creams and all of that stuff. But sometimes it seems like we go, well, I only need one razor. Well, technically, you probably only do need one razor. But the thing of it is there's so much out there. And today, especially on the used market, which is where all of my stuff comes from, I don't have the money for new. The only thing I bought new was the MR6, and it was cheap. But everything else is bought antique stores, flea markets, and stuff like that, and I just cleaned them up, or This was given to me, you know. But the thing of it is, we've got so many choices now, and there are so many different tools for the job. And if you match the tool to what you need, if you match the razor and its aggressiveness, the way that it shaves and all, to what it is you need that day, you can find out that, one razor, no, I want a whole bunch, because they all have their uses. And so I hope that those of you that have a lot of other razors, but maybe you only use one or two, or those of you that, have stuck to one razor, and you're watching this video, maybe you might give a thought to what I'm saying and kind of explore the different options that are out there, because we live in a wonderful time for the wet shave enthusiasts, and there's so much out there that we can use to advantage. All my razors are like a toolbox. One day I might want a hammer, the next day I might want a screwdriver. It just depends what I need. And I think if you look at it that way and look at the razors that way, look at how you're shaving, and the differences from day to day, I think you'll find that you can get a lot of enjoyment out of a broad range of types of razors. And they all will do a different job, and they will all do it well. So God bless you. I'll see you on the forums, the Big Shave, the Wet Shave communities.